The White House. Instantly recognizable, it's a symbol of American democracy and leadership. For over 2 centuries, it's been home to the U.S. president and their family, and the workplace for thousands. Its neoclassical facade stands as a beacon of stability, weathering wars, crises, and celebrations. Yet, for all its fame, what happens inside remains a mystery to most. We catch glimpses of the Oval Office or the East Room, but the full story is hidden. The White House is more than a building. It's a living organism, with each part serving a unique purpose. History is made daily within its walls, and countless stories are held here. It's a museum, a fortress, and a ceremonial stage all at once. Life inside is a careful dance of politics, family, and national duty. Understanding the White House helps us understand the presidency itself. This tour will take you beyond the gates, peeling back the layers of this famous address. We'll walk room by room, from grand public spaces to secret corridors of power. Explore where policy is crafted and where a family tries to live a normal life. This is a journey inside the White House you've never seen before. We'll look at the facts, the history, and the human stories that bring it to life. So, let's begin our tour of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Welcome inside. Before we step inside, let's get our bearings. The White House sits at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C., built in 1792 and home to every president since John Adams. It's over 230 years old and has survived wars, including being burned by the British in 1814. Its white paint, covering fire damage, gave it its famous name, officially adopted by Theodore Roosevelt in 1901. The White House is much larger than it appears, sitting on 18 acres. The main building, the executive residence, is flanked by the west and east wings. There are 132 rooms, 35 bathrooms, and 6 levels, plus hundreds of doors and windows. Keeping it pristine requires 570 gallons of paint. The White House is divided into 3 main parts: the executive residence, the West Wing, and the East Wing. The first family lives on the upper floors. Official state functions happen below. The West Wing is the nerve center of the presidency, home to the Oval Office and Situation Room. The East Wing houses the First Lady's offices and the White House Theater. Each day, the White House is a bustling hub, home to one family, workplace for hundreds. Staff include advisors, chefs, butlers, and the ever-present Secret Service. It's a city within a city, operating 24/7. Running the White House blends the needs of a private home with the demands of the world's most powerful office. Our tour begins in the executive residence, in the grand spaces known as the People's House. Visitors enter through the marble entrance hall, leading to the cross hall lined with presidential portraits. The largest room is the East Room, site of press conferences, state dinners, and historic moments like the signing of the Civil Rights Act. 7 presidents have lain in state here, and Dolly Madison famously saved the George Washington portrait during the 1814 fire. Next, the color-themed parlors, the Green Room, once Jefferson's dining room, the Blue Room, an oval space for formal receptions and the annual Christmas tree, and the Red Room, a favorite of First Ladies. Each is decorated in its own style, reflecting American history and taste. The State Dining Room hosts formal dinners for world leaders, seating up to 140 guests. Above the fireplace is a portrait of Abraham Lincoln and a quote from John Adams, wishing the best of blessings on this house. These rooms are designed to impress, project dignity, and remind us of the building's purpose. Every detail, from chandeliers to furniture, tells a story. The public rooms are where history and ceremony meet. They're the stage for America's most important moments, and they're just the beginning of what lies inside. Above the state floor lies the private world of the first family. The second and third floors are their sanctuary, away from the public eye. Here, the president's family can relax, study, and spend time together. Access is limited to family, close guests, and trusted staff. The second floor includes the president's bedroom, the yellow oval room for private receptions, and the Lincoln bedroom, now a guest room, once Lincoln's office. The Treaty Room serves as the president's private study, filled with history and personal touches. The Lincoln Bedroom features era furnishings and a handwritten Gettysburg Address. The third floor offers more privacy, a solarium with views, guest rooms, a music room, and a gym. These spaces help the first family maintain normalcy amid extraordinary pressures. The private quarters are a crucial escape, blending history with daily life. Here, the weight of the past meets the reality of the present. If the executive residence is the heart, the West Wing is the brain of the White House. Built to separate work from home, it's the center of presidential power and daily business. The Oval Office is the president's formal workspace, where addresses are made, leaders are met, and history is shaped. Each president personalizes the office, but the resolute desk and views of the Rose Garden remain constants. Nearby, the Cabinet Room hosts major policy discussions with department heads. Deep below, the Situation Room is a secure complex for crisis management, staffed around the clock. It's where critical decisions are made, from national security to global events. The West Wing is a place of urgency, strategy, and immense responsibility. It's the nerve center of American leadership. The East Wing is the domain of the First Lady and her staff. Here, she manages initiatives, events, and her public schedule. The East Wing is also the main entrance for public visitors and large events, guiding guests through security and into the residence. The White House Family Theater, a cozy 42-seat cinema, offers the first family a slice of normal life and a place to rehearse major speeches. The East Wing's evolution reflects the growing influence of the First Lady's role. Since 1977, it's been her official base of operations. Today, it's a hub of hospitality, public service, and influence. The East Wing balances tradition with modern demands. Beneath the White House lies a hidden world of security and secrecy. The Presidential Emergency Operations Center, or PEOC, is a hardened bunker built during World War II and upgraded ever since. It's designed to protect the president and senior officials during national emergencies. The PEOC became famous on 9/11 when leaders were evacuated there to manage the crisis. Secret tunnels connect the White House to the Treasury and other buildings, providing secure escape routes. Recent excavations have expanded the underground complex, likely adding advanced command centers. The full extent of these facilities is classified. The underground levels ensure the continuity of government, no matter what happens above. It's a silent fortress beneath the nation's most famous home. The 18 acres surrounding the White House are as storied as the building itself. The South Lawn hosts iconic events and Marine One landings, while the Rose Garden is the president's outdoor stage for press conferences and ceremonies. The Jacqueline Kennedy Garden offers a more private, informal space, often used by the First Lady. Both gardens are meticulously maintained by the National Park Service. The grounds include tennis and basketball courts, a putting green, jogging track, and playgrounds for the first family. The White House Beehive produces honey for the kitchen. These grounds are a private park in the heart of the city. They provide space for official functions and family life alike. Every corner is steeped in tradition and history. The grounds are a living extension of the White House itself. The White House is more than a building. It's a home, an office, and a living museum. For over 2 centuries, it's been the residence of the first family, filled with life and private moments. It's also the seat of American power, where decisions with global impact are made daily. From the Oval Office to the Situation Room, the stakes are immense. The White House is a repository of history, art, and culture, each room filled with artifacts and stories. It belongs to the American people, preserved as a national trust. The building connects generations, linking past leaders to the present. It's a stage for history and a symbol of democracy. Around the world, its image stands for the ideals and responsibilities of the United States. The White House is deeply personal and globally significant. It's a living, breathing monument to the American experiment, and it continues to stand at the very center of the nation's story. Thank you for joining this journey inside America's most famous home.